parents in the house, I want you to watch this lady. If this lady can do it, we can all do it. So we are going to put our hands together and welcome none other than TYCOON Angelina from Kenya on stage.
Demonization, chicken from an impression, orientation.
Hey, DJ, continue.
Come on.
Okay. So I want us to get someone and point at them and say, you are the next, as the cameramen take us. You are the what? You are the next. Okay, so let us take our seats as we hear from TYCOON Angelina. Feel at home. Karibu. They say karibu sana. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate Leader Muzora and the rest of the leaders. Let's appreciate them as they sit. Kindly clap for them as they sit. Appreciate them better. Thank you very much. What I was once told is you should learn to appreciate others so that you can be appreciated. Imagine I'm seeing an 75-year-old woman coming and appreciating me in style. And I'm like, God, this is grace. Let's appreciate all those people who came here. Thank you very much to our guests. We appreciate you, the fact that you're here. It's on a Sunday. You have honored our invitation. You could have been sitting at home with your family, isn't it? Appreciate yourself for being here. Appreciate yourself. Just clap for yourself. Thank you very much for honoring us. So, thank you so much. My name is TYCOON Angelina Achieng. And I was once told, if you go to Rome, you do what the Rome do, isn't it? Yes, your language, I'm still learning that one. So, thank you very much. So, my name is TYCOON Angelina Achieng. I'm from Kenya, and I'm very humbled and honored to be in Malawi. But these people did not tell me the weather is the way it is. You people, how do you survive this heat? It is cold, but we shall manage. So, maybe you're seeing TYCOON there, and you're like, why TYCOON, isn't it? TYCOON, that is the name I gave to myself. Angelina Achieng I was given. The reason behind me calling myself a TYCOON is all my life I wanted to become a very successful person, a very wealthy person. And I was told those people are called what? TYCOON. So I decided, it has to stick in my head. Are we together? Yes. And I said I'll call myself a TYCOON. Why? Because I believe in imagination. I believe that imagination is the preview to life-coming attraction. If you can see it in your head, you can have it. Are we together? Yes, so forget Angelina, forget Achieng, but never forget who? So what is my name? Thank you very much. I'm a trained urban planner. I went to one of the best universities in Kenya called Maseno University. I have a degree in urban and regional planning. So I'm here just this business and for people who don't know what they are doing. You are lying. Are we together? This business is for any open-minded person who believes they can have more, someone who believes they can achieve more, someone who is a visionary and a dreamer. While I went to school, I did that degree called urban and regional planning. Maybe for the people who don't know what urban planners do, we are responsible for the outlay of a city. We allocate different land uses in space. We say where we allocate residential area, commercial area, the roads and all that. So that's what I went to do in university for how many years? How many years? So I want to tell you, Malawian people, I'm here by choice, not by chance. I could still sit in an office and do urban planning. But let me tell you right now, I am in this business full-time, extra time, overtime. I am a trained urban planner, but I'm not a practice urban planner. And I'm going to show you why. I joined this business 3 years ago. And from there you can see I am a mastermind from one of my programs called the She Boss program. And maybe you are here and you are ladies. Ladies, say hi. Ladies, we can do better. We are noisemakers. Let's say hi. Thank you very much. I'm coming from a society where ladies are undermined, a society where ladies are expected to sit at home and done to them. But let me tell you one thing, life is changing and it is changing so fast. Even men can attest, you want someone, even when you are not there, they can manage your finances, isn't it? They can take care of your children, isn't it? Yes, and so through this organization, I came up with a program called the She Boss Program. Because I believe, yes, you can be a she and you can also be a ladies, we can do better. You can be a she and you can also be a yes. And I believe in that through this program, I've seen it, it has become a reality because of what this program has done to us. Apart from that, I'm also a gold executive in the business. That is the second rank in business. For you to be called a gold executive, you have to make sure from a team you have helped people starting from scratch and they attain the first rank. Our first rank is called silver executive. Let me tell you one thing, this is a business of uplifting others. You're not just coming here to make money for yourself, you're coming here to help others also become successful. And that's why we are here saying we are here to change life for a living. Are we together? Yes, apart from that, I'm also a member of International Millionaire Circle. For you to be called an International Millionaire Circle, you have to have made millions out of this company. In Kenya shilling, that is around 2.5 million. But in Malawi and Kwacha, my leader said it is a lot of money, isn't it? Yes. But what amazes me is I made this money in my first year in this business. Currently, I've been working in this program for 3 years. But imagine a company that you're joining in your first year without experience, in your first year without knowledge, in your first year without knowing what to do. And that company can pay you millions of shillings within your first year. Let me ask you, which company is that? None other than this one. But what motivates me to do this business with every bit in me? It is because I'm a mother. Shout out to all mothers in the room. Shout out to all parents in the room. Why? I told myself one thing, the kind of life I lived, I wouldn't want my children to live the kind of life. But maybe you're asking, Angelina, which kind of life did you live? I was born and raised in a slum called Nazimoya. This lady you're seeing here, this is me, and this is what I've been calling home for more than 20 good years. Look at for this far end. Look at even the kind of environment that I'm coming from. Most of the people normally say you're a product of your environment, isn't it? Because garbage out, garbage in, isn't it? Yes. So just like any other person, I wanted to change home. Just like any other person, I wanted a better lifestyle. Just like any other person, I was sick and tired of the kind of environment I was coming in. Most of us say we normally see a good day during the morning, isn't it? But imagine coming from home, and that is the first thing you're coming, you are seeing garbage, you're seeing drunkards, you're seeing an environment that you wouldn't wish to raise your children in. So just like any other person, I was told, Angelina, if you want a good life, go to school, get a good grade, and you get a well-employed job. So even me, I went to school, I studied so hard, just to make sure that degree, that certificate can change me. But to my disappointment, I was done with school. Every place I used to go with my papers, they told me, Angelina, leave your papers, you're going to do what? Every place I used to work with my papers, they told me the same thing, leave your papers, we are going to call you. 4 years down the line, no one has called me. Mark you, I did my attachment in one of the best places in Kenya, called Uhuru Nakazi. It's a national government office. And I gave it my best in my attachment. Why? Because I was looking for favor. I want when I got there, that senior person says, I know this girl. She's such a hard worker. So after I've done my attachment there, a few months later, no one called me after leaving my papers. But I was like, no, I should go and find out. The course I did of urban and regional planning, after you are done school, the people who are going to employ you, they are county government or national government. If people have been employed by county government or national government, what comes to your head? Money. And not just money, but good money. So just like any other graduate I knew, Angelina, doing this course, it is an added advantage. Why? Because it is a male-dominated course. And I say because I'm a woman, and the Constitution favors that, because of the 2/3 gender rule, it says there is no more than 2/3 of the same gender which has to operate in the same organization. So I knew it was an added advantage to me. But to my disappointment, I went back to the same office I did my attachment. One of the senior person there, who was like a father to me, he called me aside and he told me, Angelina, you know you're like a daughter to me. Deep down I said, if I'm like a daughter to you, more reason you should have done what? Called me. Can you leave your daughter stranded outside here, Dad, and not knowing what to do? It took me to a room full of envelope. And this gentleman said, look at this. All these are papers of urban planners, just like The government recognized how many urban planner? 1. The rest are subordinate planners. In Kenya, we have 47 counties. And in Maseno University, our lot, we graduated 50 of us. Imagine that scenario. 47 county. And each and every county, the government recognizes how many urban planner. So it means the rest of the people, they cannot have any employment to do with the government, isn't it? Yes. So the rest were subordinate planners, and at that point I knew this gentleman is telling me straight in my face, whatever you went to school to study does not work. Go look for something else and start doing. For the parent in the house, I believe you are here taking your children to school, which is a good thing. But how will you be feeling after sacrificing all that you had to make sure your child is sustained in school? And then someone, when you come here, is telling you, each and every county, the government recognizes how many urban planner. And at that point, I was so frustrated, confused, tired, broke. Why? Because I'm the only daughter in my family. I'm the third one to be precise. And I was the only one who was privileged to go to higher level of academics. All my other siblings are class 8 dropouts. In fact, they reached their primary level and they did not even go to their secondary level. So I was the first one to go to secondary level and I was the first one to go to university. It means all my parents were looking up to who? But let me ask you one thing. For parents living in such kind of environment, do you think it was easy for them to take care of their kids in campus? My parents were not civil servants. They were not the civil servants, the corporate workers. These were just commoners who are trying to make ends meet. So taking care of me in school was a problem. These are my parents. This is my dad and this is my mom. My dad, what he used to do for a living back then, in Kenya we call it marondo, selling remains of cows, most especially the head. You see? Yes, and the limbs and all that. What do you call it this side? That one, eh? Yes, that is what my dad used to do for a living. Imagine who at the target market of such kind of things. Drunkards, thank you. And how much can a drunkard afford to buy such things? Very little, isn't it? And that is what my dad used to do for a living. My mom, on the other hand, because she was a supporting wife, she went on the street and started selling roasted maize. She went and started selling mangoes. And some chips. In Kenya we call them viazi karai and all that. But if you combine all this money, was it easy for it to take care of a kid in campus for 4 years? I've told you I'm the only daughter. So my parents promised me one thing. We will do whatever it takes to make sure you are sustained in school. There is no parent who would want their kids to be dropouts, isn't it? Yes. But look at the kind of life these people are living. It was a struggle even to make sure we had 3 meals a day. It was a real struggle. But at that point, my parents made one of the greatest sacrifices any human being can make. They did not have much, but they used to have a plot of land. And it was not in a nice condition. That plot was not even looking great. But at least it was providing us with shelter. And this is what my dad told me. I cannot collect all this rent and sustain you in school for how many years? 4 years. The rent is still small. But my parents made one of the greatest sacrifices any human being can make. They decided to sell their house and take me where? To school. The parents in the house. That is the only thing you have as your asset. Right now your daughter has to go to school because you don't have capital, you don't have money, you don't have school fees. You are deciding that you are going to sell the only thing that you call an asset to make sure you sustain your daughter in school. Was it an easy decision to make? I've told you I'm the only daughter, but that does not mean I'm the only child, isn't it? When my brothers heard that my parents want to sell that house, they went and said, no, you cannot do it. Why? Because that is the only thing that we call inheritance, isn't it? You're not going to sell our inheritance so that you can take a girl to school. And after all, that girl will be married, isn't it? So it was a clear conflict of interest between my siblings and my parents. And who was at the center of it all? It is me. At the end of the day, they took themselves to court to just settle that matter. But my dad sold that house and took me to Maseno University and told me, my daughter, you are here. work so hard so that you can come and help us. Are we together? Imagine you have been a landlord for more than 20 good years. For the first time in history, you sell your land. You sell your plot. Will you stay in the same area and rent a house? Not really. It forced my parents to relocate. From town, they went and started life in our country. Do you think it was easy? Not really. After my parents sold their house, they took me to school. I studied urban and regional planning. But every place I used to work, they told me the same thing. Leave your papers, you're going to do what? At that point, I was so frustrated. I was so confused. Very broke. It forced me to go and stay with the same siblings who used to think I was a good-for-nothing daughter. Every single day, my siblings remind me that, Angelina, you are the reason behind our house being sold. And right now, we feed you. Right now, you are living in our shelter. So it was not easy. It was a constant reminder that you are a failure. Yes, you went to school, but who is feeding you right now? Under whose roof are you living right now? So to me, that was a lot. I remember my parents are struggling up country. I am here jobless with nothing to do. The same siblings who I think they will support me right now, they tell it in my face that you're a good-for-nothing daughter. See you, you're a graduate, but you don't have anything to do. And because I'm a believer, I say my time is coming. Are we together? Yes. And I thank God. Why? Because through this opportunity, my story changed. I don't know about you. I don't know the reason as to why you are here. I don't know who invited you. All that doesn't matter. Are we together? What matters is the same opportunity that I took, the same opportunity that I looked at 3 years ago. You have that same chance today. Are we together? Yes. I was invited by this gentleman. He was a stranger to me, but right now he's my mentor, my destiny connector, someone I really appreciate and respect so very much. He's called Felix Irumba. Let's appreciate my mentor wherever he is. Let's appreciate him better. Why? Because God used this gentleman to come to my life. Most of us, we normally say, God, come down, we want to see you, isn't it? But let me tell you the truth, God uses people. He won't come and tell you, it's me, I'm here. No. He will use that stranger. He will use that neighbor. He will use even people that you don't know. This was that mentor that I did not know. This gentleman called me in a meeting 3 years ago. Because I was so desperate. Because I didn't have anything to do. Because I wanted something very urgently so that I can raise money to support my family. I said, let me go and take a look. I went. I saw everything. But the biggest challenge I had back then was the fact that I didn't have what? Money. But let me tell you one thing. The universe will never deny a determined person. If you're determined enough, this universe has to submit. So after seeing everything, I told myself, yes, I don't have money, but I'm going to look for it. There was a difference in mindset here. There is someone who see this opportunity today, and they'll say, no, this one I cannot do it. You go back home and you sit, and nothing changes. Are we together? But there is someone like me who will see this same opportunity. Yes, you might not be having money, but you're asking yourself, how can I get the money? That was me 3 years ago. I came out with that thing that I'm going to look for this money. And as I said, the universe will never deny a determined person. If you're determined enough, this universe has to submit. And at that same level, I went to my lecturer. I told him, sir, there is something that I want to do, and it requires capital. I know you're not going to dash me money. Are we together? Yes. But give me anything that I can do, and you pay me. My lecturer asked me, you're an urban planner, Angelina. I don't have any planning job. What do you think you can do? I told him anything. When a graduate say anything, it means they're very desperate, isn't it? My lecturer asked me, are you sure you can do anything? I told him, yes, sir. He asked me, Angelina, can you sell? I told him, sell what? You said it is a yes or no question. Yes, you can, or no, you can't. And that's when I remember, if someone gives you an opportunity and you don't know anything about it, you say yes and find out later. So without even knowing what my lecturer wanted me to sell, I told him, yes, I can sell. What are we selling? Mindset. He told me, Angelina, I have a company. It is a new brand in town. I'm looking for a marketer. can you market my water? You know, a graduate. One of the best degrees in Kenya. And you're asking her if she can market what? Is it the mindset that was really playing trick on me, or that was low to the lowest, isn't it? Yes. Imagine a graduate, a degree holder. You're being told you market what? And you know what marketing entails. You're not sitting in an office, no. You have to work with a t-shirt branded with a cape. And he was like, does it entail me being branded? Say yes. In fact, if you say yes right now, in 2 days we'll be on the street starting marketing data. And I asked him, how are you going to pay me? He told me, Angelina, I'll pay you based on commission. If you sell, that's when I'll do what? And I said, true, it is tea for tap outside there. Are we together? Yes. I told him it is okay, sir. I started marketing a new brand in town. It was not easy. Most of the places when I go, they told me we don't use eternal water. We use Dasani. Ladies, hi. I was just trying to make an ends meet. But I find some nice looking ladies say, this brand, no, we don't use it. But at least my lecturer, because he was sympathizing with me. Are we together? Even if I don't sell, he was giving me token of appreciation. Sometimes he was giving me like 100 bob, 200. That is Kenya shilling. If you convert it to Malawian kwacha, it is so little. But I said I won't stop here. I continued. But deep down I told myself, Angelina, if really we have to join that business, this money is not enough to cater for us as starting capital. And I was once told, if you want to make money, look for a problem and provide a solution to that problem. I had noted a problem going in where I was. And I decided I wanted to solve that problem. So all my life I've been seeing my mom cooking nice chips and all that. And I was in a country where people did not know how to cook those kind of things. And I told myself, Angelina, this one is an opportunity. And at that level I called my mom. I told Mom, there is a business I want to start. How much do I need? My mom gave me the amount that I needed. And I said,